Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Rogue Beast. This is my first YouTube video, so please subscribe. In this video I will be telling you, top 5 open world games for a medium spec PC. But before we start, hit a thumbs up if you like this video. Let's keep an aim of 15 likes as it is not a big deal. In this channel I will be uploading my gameplays, PC and mobile game reviews, technical videos and so on. So let's get started after the intro. Let's roll. In the 5th position we have Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is a first-person open-world shooter game which was developed by Ubisoft Montreal. The game takes place on a fictional Rock Islands, which can be freely explored by the players. The gameplay focuses on combat and exploration. Players can use a variety of weapons to defeat human enemies and hostile wildlife. And the game features elements found in role-playing games such as skill trees and experience. The player can use a wide variety of weapons like assault rifles, sniper rifles, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, and explosives like landmines and grenades. The player can also use a variety of vehicles like buggies, all-terrain vehicles, cargo trucks, jet skis, boats and hang gliders to explore the island. The game requires at least 4 GB RAM, Intel dual-core processor and 1 GB graphics card to run the game smoothly. The game also has a good storyline which is better than many open-world games. In the 4th position we have GTA 4. GTA 4 is a 2008 action-adventure open-world game developed by Rockstar Games. The game is set within the fictional Liberty City, based on New York City. The single-player story follows Eastern European war veteran Niko Bellic and his attempts to escape his past while under pressure from loan sharks and mob bosses. The open-world design lets players freely roam Liberty City, consisting of 3 main islands. The world is navigated on foot or by vehicle. An online multiplayer mode is included with the game, allowing up to 32 players to engage in both cooperative and competitive gameplay in a recreation of the single-player setting. Players use melee attacks, firearms and explosives to fight enemies, and may run, jump, swim or use vehicles to navigate the game's world. There is a first-person perspective option when using vehicles. In combat, auto-aim and a cover system can be used as assistance against enemies. The game requires at least 4 GB RAM Intel dual-core processor, and 1 GB graphics to run it without any lags. In the 3rd position we have Prototype 2. Prototype 2 is a 2012 open-world action-adventure video game developed by Radical Entertainment and published by Activision. It is the sequel to 2009's Prototype. The game features a new protagonist, James Heller, as he goes on a quest to destroy the Blacklight virus. In this game the protagonist can shapeshift and assume other people's identities by consuming them. The player will be able to use weapons like claws, blade, devastators etc. The player also has superhuman strength and agility, near invulnerability to harm, near flight leaping and gliding, infinite stamina, increased speed and has a sonar sense. The game requires at least 4 GB RAM, Intel dual-core processor, and 1 GB graphics card to run the game smoothly. The game also contains deadly violence which makes it different from other open-world games. On the 2nd position we have Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is an action-adventure open-world video game developed by United Front Games and published by Square Enix. The game is set in contemporary Hong Kong. The story follows Wei Shen, an undercover Chinese-American police officer on assignment to infiltrate the Sun On Yi Triad organization. The gameplay focuses on Shen's fighting, shooting and parkour abilities, and on gadgets that can be used for combat and exploration. Players must complete missions to unlock content and continue the story, but they may instead freely roam the game's open-world environment and engage in both legal and criminal activities. The player is allowed to explore the game's world and take part in side missions and other activities. Shen navigates the world by running, jumping, climbing over obstacles, swimming and driving cars, boats and motorcycles. Attacks are performed by dragging enemies to certain objects, which the player uses to eliminate opponents. Melee weapons such as knives and tire irons are available. The player can perform action hijack, while driving vehicles. The game requires at least 4 GB RAM, Intel dual-core processor, and 1 GB graphics card to run the game smoothly. The game has a very good storyline which makes it different from other fighting games. In the first position we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is an open-world action-adventure video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. It is the 6th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series. The game features 3 main cities, Havana, Kingston, and Nassau, which reside under Spanish, British, and pirate influence, respectively. The game is set in a fictional history of real-world events and follows the centuries-old struggle between the assassins, who fight for peace with free will, and the Templars, who desire peace through control. The main story is set in the 18th century Caribbean during the golden age of piracy, and follows notorious Welsh pirate Edward Kenway, grandfather and father of Assassin's Creed 3 protagonist Triton Hayton and antagonist Haytham Kenway, respectively, who stumbles upon the Assassin-Templar conflict. The gameplay elements focus more on the ship-based exploration of the seamless open-world map, while also retaining the series' third-person land-based exploration, melee combat, and stealth system. Players have the option to harpoon large sea animals and hunt land animals. The player will encounter jungles, forts, ruins, and small villages, and the world is built to allow players much more freedom, such as allowing players to engage, board, and capture passing ships and swimming to nearby beaches in a seamless fashion. In addition, the hunting system has been retained from Assassin's Creed 3, allowing the player to hunt on land, and fish in the water, with resources gathered used to upgrade equipment using the crafting system. The game requires at least 4 GB RAM, Intel i5 processor, and a graphics card of about 1 GB RAM to play it smoothly. So friends, that's the end of today's video. Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell notification, hit a thumbs up if you like this video, and guys, stay home, stay safe, goodbye.